These are codes and convention examples in documentaries. Firstly, reflexive. I had to say, this is probably the most well-made documentary about onions I've ever seen. Here we filmed a camera crew making their documentary. You can see the subjects being filmed, as well as raw footage being edited together. Interactive. In the style of an interactive documentary, I'll be participating in the role of a teacher. And I've got my notes ready to dive into the world of teaching. So what's it like, could you say, being a teacher?
Do you want an honest answer?
I would love an honest answer. This is a very, very, very expository documentary.
It can be very rewarding. It can be also very stressful. In the classroom, teaching students is the best part of it, but unfortunately, it's the case whereby a lot of the job does revolve around paperwork.
That was an interview with Lawrence, an expert in teaching. Documentaries use experts to back up information and convince the audience they're being told the truth. There's a lot of hard work that goes into teaching.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. I have to be careful because, of course, I'm in a professional capacity and I don't want to perhaps jeopardise my position.
Said professional.
Yes. But it can be very rewarding. I'd probably say 2 parts rewarding, 1 part frustrating, 2 parts stressful.
I personally found it, I'd say, quite difficult being a teacher. It was something that I definitely wouldn't want to do as a job. I can see it's certainly quite an underrated job, really. It's quite difficult. Expository. I will narrate the documentary in order to explain the events happening, which typically shows something the audience wouldn't be educated on. This documentary, for example, shows a Dinosaurus rex, or its Latin name, Danis maxus, just now rediscovering its place of education, after a night of heavy drinking left him with a slight case of amnesia. He is seen here walking aimlessly for supervision, or a real adult to take care of him. Not much is known about the Danis maxus, but he doesn't know much himself either. Dramatisation. So, what is it that you feel on the subject then? How do you feel it went down?
Well, I think, just like anybody, it's embarrassing, but then I suppose, yeah, I mean, it's the last thing you want to do in front of a bunch of people, particularly students, who find anything funny. But the problem you've got to remember is that it's natural, it's just the body's response, really.
After a reconstruction of events, there would typically be interviews from witnesses or people's opinions from the events. We interviewed people about this horrific atrocity committed in a classroom. So, what do you think of the recent embarrassment from your teacher Lawrence when he passed gas in front of all of you?
I'm really annoyed with him, actually. I think it's disgusting and he really deserves the embarrassment he got. I just don't think he should do that in public. It's really gross. Even if he didn't mean to.
Right, thank you.
I don't know.
Well, it is a bit disgusting, but I do feel a bit sorry for him, as it's a natural human function.
Well, bad. He farted. Leave him alone.
Observational. In this style of documentary, the filmmaker will simply film real-life things happening, as if the crew wasn't there. This is also sometimes referred to as fly on the wall. Here the students are hard at work, making their documentaries for their BTEC course. Today is in fact the deadline day, so people are rushed off their feet working.